What do you think, Teddy?
Dann wissen über die Gezeiten des akademischen.
I don't know. It was probably all in my
Ja.
head.
Oh.
You'd have thought someone would have seen us by now.
Even if they were all hiding indoors. Maybe there was a spell or curse that made them all invisible.
Honestly, Lissy.
Or maybe we are the invisible ones. But then we would see them, wouldn't we? No, I think my original thesis is more likely.
The villagers turning invisible is the more likely thesis.
Do try to keep an open mind, Edward, darling. A boat! Teddy! A hot dog! This is our ticket out of here!
Not without Betty.
Dan moest het toch een keer geboten. Mit Bestürzen stellt Edward fest, dass das Holz voll ist. Es ist schon 4 Jahre her, seit diese Betäubung wurde. Edward kommt nicht umhin, das klaffende Loch im Bug zu bemerken.
Besides, the wood's rotted through. This boat isn't seaworthy. It's curious. The state of the boats. It's like they stopped taking care of them.
Seems short-sighted. How would they fish? Or get anywhere at all?
Also ik sta hier geslagen. Ah, das ist das Loch. Traffic verschwimmt in den.
The weather is favorable today.
I did a little dance last night, appeasing the weather gods. Thor, in particular, was mightily impressed.
Was he?
Promised to back off with the thunder and lightning for a spell. And don't you know, he proposed to me.
Oh, of course.
But I told him I'm not into gods. I prefer jazz musicians.
It's quite peaceful.
If no one was around, I'd strip naked. The earth would delight in my bare feet. The wind would savor playing with my hair.
Is that so?
I don't know, I just like being naked. But not when you're around, teddy bear.
What are you up to?
Delighting in the little things. They're like dew. My heart is the morning, and it's refreshed by their presence.
Where do these strange thoughts come from?
Oh, you're a funny egg, old bee.
Lissy, are you here?
Yeah?
What are you doing?
Looking for a white rabbit in a waistcoat. Have you seen him?
A white
We'll follow him down the hole, Teddy. Or maybe we already did.
Alice in Wonderland, I see.
So wonderfully apt.
Perhaps living here wouldn't be such a bad thing.
You changed your mind about the goats?
The fresh air might do me good.
You'd be all right with it just being the two of us.
I'm no stranger to isolation.
Truer words have never been spoken, old fruit.
Have you seen anyone?
Not a single soul, alive or dead.
Have you seen anyone?
Not a single soul,
Okay.
alive or dead. What's this?
Remnants of the mining operation.
What, mine?
Remember, I told you yesterday. There was a mine here, but it closed down 20 years ago.
I know, Edward. I was just checking for a sense of humor. Still nowhere to be found.
Have you seen anyone?
Oh.
Not a single soul, alive or dead. What did they use this for?
Bringing the ore down from the mine before it was loaded onto boats.
So, diamonds? Gold? Or just boring old silver?
Iron ore.
Or what?
Rock, which contains
I
iron
know.
deposits that...
Okay, Edward. I don't understand why they just leave this here. Like an altar to adversity. It's creepy.
Rustic superstition. Perhaps they believed they'd attract bad luck if they moved it.
Where do these tracks lead?
To the mine. Where else would they go?
I don't know. A castle up in the mountains? Where the frost giants live? And this is how they receive their monthly offering of meat from the villagers. Goat, I hope.
No trespassing for traitors.
Cool. Want to jump the gate and explore what's on the other side?
Edward ist nicht gerade begeistert von der Idee, über den Zaun zu klettern und sich den Pfad hinauf zu... Edward schaut sich das klappige Tor und die Tube wuchert den Pfad an.
Teddy?
Sieht nicht einladend aus.
Hello?
Ja, jetzt warte doch
Not
mal.
safe.
Oh, horse feathers! You may be the most boring man in this country. Where's your sense of adventure, old sport? Don't you want to see where these tracks go?
They lead to the old mine, and no. I've had enough adventure on this side of the fence. Besides, they wrote no trespassing for a reason.
You're such a terrible bore, Teddy Bear. I'll wager 1,000 clams you'll jump this gate at some point, if you believe Betty's on the other side.
Frederick Fretland. Who are these traitors he refers to?
What now? We've looked everywhere.
There really doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Aha.
Maybe we missed something. An important clue. How about the general store? We haven't been inside yet.
It looked deserted, but worth another look, I guess.
Genau. Genau. Dit was weer doemen. Bisschen Postabnahme und im Waffengeduld. Zeichnet er? Ulus. Ik zit wel goed weer perfect. Wie lang wat daar nog zeichnen? Muss ich irgendetwas drücken? Ah. Hübsch. Ah, sehr. Zeichnen ist fertig.
Is that?
What?
Listen, come here. It's Betty's hat. She was here. She could still be in there. Betty? Betty!
Are you sure, Edward? I mean, it's just a hat. Is it even a hat? I'm
I
not
know
sure
my sister's hat, Lissy. I have to get inside.
What about the breaking and entering part?
I could care less what they call it.
Ja, aber kommen wir jetzt hier hin? Weißt du, es gäbe, sorry, es gäbe nicht mal eine Alarmanlage, mach doch einfach die Übel kaputt.
I need to get inside. If Betty's in there.
Perhaps there's a back door. Or an open window.
Ah, hier. Look it.
Here's an open window.
You seem eager to break the law. I approve.
Komm, Gott.
It won't budge.
Nah, don't be a milquetoast.
Well, it's stuck.
Attaboy, Teddy. You can do this.
actually breaking. Whoops, Daisy.
Oh my, Teddy. You're such a sap.
Ja, Hilfe ist doch nicht doof, nee. Doch schon allein nicht. Ein Zeit noch.
Dilettante, world traveler, cat burglar.
A cat burglar would, by definition, enter a building on a higher
Jeez,
floor.
The state of this place.
Oh, Betty.
Edward,
I hope you weren't here when...
is this blood?
Not necessarily human blood.
Well, that's all right then.
Arme
What does it
Ruth.
say? Barn murder? Someone murdered a barn?
Volle Leute hätte fast. Ja. Links. Nee, Bingo. Arme Ruth.
Barn means child. And mortar, that's...
Child murder. Edward, they murdered a child?
Someone thought so.
Probably the same someone who vandalized the store.
I'm not sure how I feel about being in here.
Don't be ridiculous. We're all alone. What else do you suggest we do?
I really did a number on this place.
Why would they do this to one of their own?
Anger and fear trump civility. I really did a number on this place.
Okay.
Why would they do this to one of their own?
Anger and fear trump civility.
Was ist das? Jeden?
What are you doing?
Looking for keys.
Your life of crime continues.
Notiz, was ist das
There's a
für...
note.
Is it written in Viking runes? What does it say?
It's from Simon.
Wasser. Butten.
Casa. I don't know what that word means. Yai putted means I put. Knuckle is key.
He put the key in the casa?
Casa. I wish I had my dictionary. The note's addressed to his father.
So the key was moved. But where to?
Somewhere safer. Or more convenient.
Can we really trust your translations? You only started studying a month ago.
I spent the summer reading, and I had a lot of free time on the ocean voyage.
Come on, how much could you possibly pick up in a few months?
You know my mind, it's a sponge.
Da gekommen. Das? Ist jemand von... Irgendwie Tamex? Ja, ah.
Out of order.
Why hasn't it been fixed?
Perhaps there wasn't much demand for it anymore.
S-O-S.
Gerate. Also ja, wäre schon was, das wäre...
Oh boy. If only this thing worked. We could order a boat to come get us.
Das ist...
Or, even better, order some hot grub.
Greenland. Er bemerkt, dass da mindestens der MP vom Schreck als ein Paket aber...
These were never sent.
How long have they been piling up?
I received Mrs. Fretland's letter in June.
A couple of months. Perhaps the world forgot about Grovik.
The key's in the casa. Whatever that is.
Don't look at me.
Was?
The key's in the casa. Whatever that is.
Don't look at me.
Damnation. The hat's in here.
Calm down, old boy. Anyway, how's a hat going to help us?
Who knows what else is in here? There could be more clues.
All right. Okay. Everything's Jake. We made it into the store. I'm sure we'll find a way through that door.
Casa.
So that's what it means. Cash register. You're a genuine gangster now, old fruit. Don't worry. If you get busted, I'll come visit you.
Zet ons weer Monopoly Goud. Let's go.
The Vandals weren't here for the money.
I think money was the last thing on their minds.
Wasn't there supposed to be a key?
Here it is.
Dat is even... Ja. Lager.
Alice?
What is it?
No, it's nothing.
Ah, hier, jetzt mal.
It is her hat.
Teddy, I'm not
Betty
sure
was
that's...
here. And not long ago.
Okay, but if that is her hat, what's it doing in a locked storeroom?
Another breadcrumb.
That's not an answer.
I know for sure she was here. That's what matters.
You know best, Edward. So, what now? If this is a breadcrumb, where's the next one?
There must be a reason her hat's in this room.
Wacht, het verder?
What's that?
A handwritten note.
I'm not blind. What does it say, you silly goose?
It's hard to read. I'm not sure my translation will be... Johann, you... Nectar. Refuse. You refuse to speak to me, so I write this letter instead.
Ja?
It's from Frederick Fretland to his brother. Simon did not... Bloody hell. Simon did not murder your Ruth. He was fond of his cousin.
Ruth. Ruth is the daughter of Anna and Johann, which means the little girl in the photograph at the farmhouse.
Dat is heel stom.
Oh, Edward. The Fretland girl was murdered. This is simply awful.
Simon was working at the farm while I tended to the store. I would have seen him had he passed on the way up to the cliffs.
They thought Simon killed Ruth. His own cousin.
Ruth was... what's that word? Playing. Ruth was always playing on the rocks below the church. She must have fallen by accident. The note ends there. Frederick never finished it. And Johann never read it. Not that it would have made a difference. If Johann
The
thought...
mob showed up for Simon. His father would have tried to protect him.
September 17th. You would have been here, Betty.
Rocks below the church. Isn't the church right above us? Edward, come look at this. That's the cliff. Right there. The one in the note? I bet you 1,000,000 clams.
Where?
See for yourself.
I guess that could be where...
Let's check it out.
No, Lissy, wait.
Zo spät. Ik wil toch niet bij de klippen, of is het? Oh, dat is op kennis. Wees de Alice eigenlijk hoe zo gewoon mee te ontwikkelen.
This way. I found it, Teddy. The cliff. I'm standing right below it.
What are you doing? This doesn't concern
A
us.
little girl died. We're staying in her home, for God's sake. Are you completely without heart? Get yourself up here, Edward Harden, right this minute.
Tut mir doch nicht, was ist das?
Fine. It's an easy climb.
This looks very dangerous.
Oh, you're a big boy. Start acting like it. It's not Mount Everest.
I don't know about this. Whoopsie-daisy. What is this?
Where little Ruth died.
You're being morbid. And this is a distraction. I'm here for Betty, not because some girl
Edward.
got herself...
You insensitive brute. You're like the Tin Woodman, no heart. Please look at me when I'm talking to you. You know, you've grown cold and mean in that horrid study of yours. With only books and bugs to keep you company for years and years and years. There are other people in this world, you know. It's not all about you. You're going to do this. If not for Ruth, then for us. We're going to figure out what happened to the poor girl. Together.
Okay. Blumen. Er bemerkt, dass die Blumen alle verwelken.
That's been here a while.
Didn't you say it happened over a month ago?
You'd think her family would have replaced it with fresh flowers.
Das,
Is that blood?
The girl could have hit her head on that rock. There would have been plenty of blood.
That's awful. I think there's something behind it. Can you move the rock aside?
einfach so, so recht. Hopp.
It must be Ruth's.
Where's the head?
Maybe the killer also decapitates dolls.
Hold on. This pin. This is old. Very old. Looks like something from the Viking era.
We are in the land of Vikings.
This could be 1,000 years old. It does not belong in a child's doll.
Who cares? Ruth is dead and you're obsessing about a rusty old pin? Let's go further up. Maybe we'll find more clues.
Nimm sie doch
Come
mit, die
on, old
Gosche.
sport. It's not far.
Can you wait just 1 minute so that I can catch my breath? Huh. Did you follow the same path, Betty? Or am I just stumbling through darkness? Lissy.
No need to shout.
Seid ihr noch wo? Seid zu dem V. Fall. Runterfall.
You can see clear beyond the edge of the world.
One
Oh,
second.
Teddy bear. We need to take you out walking more often.
So, the girl fell from up here.
Was pushed, you mean? Can you see where she fell? Seeing as you're so concerned about me falling out of trees, I wouldn't want to risk falling off a cliff.
Im Heruntersehen wird ihm schwindelig. Dann wäre wahrscheinlich das Ende.
If she fell head first on that rock, she'd have died instantly.
Edward, honestly.
You wanted to learn more. This is you learning more. She hit her head and fell into the bush where I found her doll. Happy now, Alice?
I'm not. What was she doing up here in the first place?
Playing? She was a child. Children play in dangerous places.
There must be more to it. Let's find out where this path leads.
No, absolutely not. I don't have time for this nonsense. We're running out of daylight, and Betty's still... You're still out there.
Kinder sollte man nicht unbeaufsichtigt hier
Lassie.
rumspielen lassen.
Slow down. I can't keep up with you. Who knows what's up there? It's not worth the risk of falling and breaking something. Lissy? Are you there?
Teddy,
My word. Look away, Lissy.
is this what happened to the villagers? They killed themselves?
It's one body. Let's not jump to conclusions.
What about those fresh graves at the church? There were at least half a dozen of them. Did everyone just die?
They're not necessarily
Oh,
connected.
come on. Ugh, this is just ghastly.
Dat is ver.
What made him do this? How long has he been?
From the state of the body, perhaps a couple of weeks. Depends on temperature and humidity, of course.
Paar Wochen.
What does that say?
God forgive me.
Don't suicides go to hell? Isn't that what your father said when
Stop.
your mother drowned
Don't.
herself? Sorry.
Doe het.
Do you think this has something to do with Ruth? Maybe she came across the hanged man before she died, and it scared her. So she ran, and
This happened later.
you know, there's some consolation in that, I guess. Maybe it's the killer. The guilt ate him up, and he offed himself.
That's just speculation with no basis in fact.
Is
Who was he? One of the Fretlanders?
It's not Johann or Frederick. And he's too old to be Simon. There's nothing more to do here. I'm going back. Let the poor soul rest in peace.
Does it look like he's resting in peace? You're just going to leave him hanging? You're an insensitive brute.
I'm here for Betty. It's tragic, but really none of my concern.
Betty, always just Betty. You don't care about anyone else. What if that was me up there? Would you care then? All you do is obsess over a scarf and a hat and ugh.
It's all I have of Betty.
Betty, there she is again. Edward, the hanged man, he's someone. No matter what he did or didn't do, he deserves respect. Would you please just do this one decent deed? If not for me, then for yourself. Or for your Betty.
Hol mir mal die Gabe.
I'm going to be sick. I can't do this.
Yes, you can. Teddy. Edward. I know you can. You've been through much worse.